So, and then what is the next of the three-letter?
The API.
What's the API?
API is basically a way to make coding easier. Basically, if someone else has already done the work, it doesn't make sense to redo it. So
it's like a copy and paste.
It's more like someone's like, hey, we've done all this, and here we're going to make your life easier. So if you want to make a website and you want to have a map on your website, you're not going to remake Google Maps.
Like I know Tesla used a Google API in order to build their app.
Yeah.
I think I heard of that recently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody does it. Someone's going to do it. There are things that aren't unique to your brand or your company that someone has probably spent a lot more money and time really improving that, and it just makes more sense to use theirs. Someone was telling me about Slack and that IBM made a
similar thing.
Yeah. A big contract with Slack, and someone was saying, why doesn't IBM just make their own internal communication system? And it's because Slack, that's the only thing they do. They make an internal communication system for businesses. Yeah. Slack is going to do it better and less expensively than for IBM just to pay Slack. I think it was millions of dollars, but for IBM to just pay that would be less money than IBM rebuilding Slack.
Yeah.
And so the cost there makes sense for IBM to just.
So APIs, there's no like patent or anything involved. You're just putting it out into the open everyone can use.
There are free APIs and there are paid APIs.
Okay.
And then there's some where parts of it are free and parts of it are paid. So Google's a perfect example. With Google Maps, if you want to pull information from Google Maps, they'll give you the business name and the address for free. And if you want the phone number, you have to pay every time you pull that information.
Okay. Got it.
And that's just one example.
Yeah, that's one example of the aggregate.